He was hailed as the savior of Rome, then stabbed 23 times by the men who once called him friend. Marcus Junius Brutus, Caesar's protege and supposed friend, helped lead the assassination, later declaring, "Better the death of a friend than the enslavement of Rome." Sounds noble, right? But Brutus wasn't exactly neutral. He came from the elite ruling class, the very system Caesar was threatening to overhaul. In this episode of Historical Reputations Earned or Not, we unpack the life and legacy of Julius Caesar, Rome's most infamous reformer, general, and maybe its first dictator. Was Caesar the hero Rome needed, or the tyrant Brutus feared? Let's start with why Caesar was popular. And not just with the army, but with the people. He gave land to veterans and grain to the poor. He passed debt relief laws. He curbed elite corruption and promoted men based on merit, not noble birth. He hosted public games, festivals, and spectacles to boost morale. To the common citizen, Caesar wasn't just a war hero. He was doing something in a system that hadn't worked for them in decades. Meanwhile, the Senate? Mostly rich landowners protecting their own wealth and influence by exploiting the common folks as much as possible. So while Brutus talked about liberty, the people heard, "Give power back to the corrupt guys. Let's not romanticize him too much." Caesar was ruthless in war. His conquest of Gaul may have killed over 1 million people. Calling him genocidal seems rather fair. Obsessed with power, he started a civil war when the Senate told him to step down. He didn't mind using the threat of violence against his own people if he needed to. Master of political theater, he made sure the people loved him loudly and visibly. Yes, he was rather dramatic, but so were a lot of Roman politicians. And by the end, he was accepting titles like dictator for life, placing statues of himself alongside the gods, and even having coins minted with his own face, a first for Rome. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like he had much regard for Rome's version of democracy. If that smells like monarchy, it's because it was. Brutus believed Caesar was no longer acting like a citizen, but like a king. According to Plutarch, he said, "Better the death of a friend than the enslavement of Rome." Cicero, the orator and senator, agreed, writing, "We are slaves to the whims of one man." Cato the Younger saw Caesar as the embodiment of tyranny and took his own life, rather than live under his rule. But here's the twist. These heroes of the Republic weren't fighting for democracy. They were defending a system built to serve themselves. They wanted to preserve Roman oligarchy because that's the system that allowed them to become ridiculously rich. To them, Caesar's real crime wasn't ambition. It was breaking the aristocracy's grip on power. So was Caesar just a product of his times? Yes, Roman politics were brutal, and yes, everyone was power-hungry, but Caesar changed the game. He didn't just influence Rome, he restructured it. He centralized power to an unprecedented degree, and when he was assassinated, he left such a power vacuum that the Republic collapsed entirely. Caesar didn't just end an era, he made sure there was no going back. So, was Julius Caesar's legendary reputation earned? In many ways, yes. He was a genius general, a brilliant strategist, and a man who enacted real reform. But he was also a destroyer of republican values, a man whose love of glory may have outweighed his love of Rome. And Brutus? He may have said he was saving the Republic, but by killing Caesar, he ensured it would never recover. Julius Caesar wasn't just a man, he was a warning. Sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who believe only they can fix everything, or at least that's what they convince others to believe. Also, it's sometimes extremely difficult to say which side attracts the good guys, especially by modern standards. And it's even tricky sometimes these days. So, was Caesar a visionary leader, or a power-hungry tyrant in a laurel crown? Let us know what you think. Was his reputation earned or not? We love it when you let us know what you think in the comments. Your opinions add plenty of value to our content. If you appreciate our efforts, we also appreciate it when you like our video and subscribe to the channel. Tell us who you'd like us to cover next on Historical Reputations Earned or Not.